Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings III, Legends of the Dead. So sorry we didn't have an episode last week. I tried to record one for the weekend right after I did the Millennia video. However, I was losing my voice for that entire episode, and so I tried recording another video and it just wasn't going to happen, guys. And so that's why we didn't have a video at all this weekend as I had intended. Alright, so let's go and let it play. Remember, we're working on spreading our legend. We got, I think, like 4 promoters that are doing that right now. And we're also going to be saving up some money so that we can try and do something to increase our current fame level. Because I'd like to do a larger conflict. Of course, the one that we've been waiting on doing is this one here against this character. So I'd like to be able to take his entire duchy, but our fame level is not high enough. It appears we're trying to get our son-in-law to become a promoter of our legend. And so we have to decide what would get him to agree to that. As this is going to be based off his traits. He's arrogant and patient. So you say he is quite the driven person. These are all diplomacy challenges, I think. Yeah. So our diplomacy is pretty decent. So that should help. But really, we need to make the right choice here. Now, he's not ambitious. So I don't think that's the best choice. You say it can also be a tale of revenge. Yeah, probably not going to... Yeah, probably not going to work with these traits either. Perhaps I should just be as truthful as possible. Or I could phrase this in such a way to flatter him. As an arrogant character, he might really like that. So you know what? Let's do that. We'll see if that works out. And it did. So he became a promoter for our legend. And so I believe we now have 5 promoters. So that should spread a little bit quicker. Now there are other options that we could do to try and increase the spread even further. So we could put somebody in one of these minor positions here, which have options for increasing the legend spread either domestically or in other countries, so abroad. But you can see that the domestic one is pretty expensive. You're already paying the regular costs. And again, it's not just one option. There's a couple different positions here. There's the court musician, also has those 2 choices. And then there's the poet, but we don't have anybody who could even meet those requirements. But you can see it's incredibly expensive. 4.32 per month. On top of the 0.45 you're already spending. So that's 5 per month. Given it's a nice increase based on the aptitude. So if you got somebody decent at this, which we do, then it would really boost the spread quickly. But I feel like we're trying to save our money for other things right now, so we're not going to do that. But those are options in the future. I just want to point those out. Alright, so we did finish up the construction here in our capital. So that's increased tax and development growth. You could also upgrade this further, a little bit more tax, mainly just improving your men-at-arms here. So we can't afford that, but again, we're going to save our money. Do you remember? So tell me, my lord. My courtier Navid's voice snaps me out of my thoughts, and I find him waving his hand, the quill spilling ink over the floor. What about that time that you defeated... Oh, so it actually does remember what we did. And when we defeated the Basilius in the Holy War, that surely is worth adding to your legend. That's interesting that it remembers it here, but when we looked at the kind of generic writing there, it didn't have any actual reference to what we had done. So we can say that was such a great occasion. This is a diplomacy challenge with a 67% chance that everyone will remember our great deed, and will change a chapter of it and gain the recent memory here, so legend spread chance will be increased. 32% chance that will fail. Or we say, don't feel the need to bring it up again. Yeah, let's go with this option. See if we can... Yeah, we were successful. Alright, excellent. So we changed the chapter of it. So let me just see if that actually changed anything here. Well, you can see there is some different things that have been added here based on the events that we've currently gotten. Okay, so now it's actually referencing what we did here. Alright, awesome. So I'm glad it did do that. And then we have this one that was that event that we had at the end of last episode. So this character here wants to marry our aunt. That would create an alliance with them. Kind of a little bit of a distance between us and them. I'm not actually opposed to this though. She's quite young for being our aunt. So our father had her late in life. Yeah, sure, why not? It does create another alliance. could pull us into some wars we don't really want to be involved in, so that would be one negative. But we could also pull him into our own conflicts. So yeah, we'll have to see if we even need him, because that's if we start expanding this way. Then that would be helpful to have him involved. Alright, so just another one of the events here about the plagues. I do hope they kind of adjust this a little bit with the way the minor plagues are so prevalent. Just the notifications you get about them, or that same event that you see all the time. We did get another promoter. Alright, so he's actually outside of the country, helping to promote it, probably for the benefits that being a promoter grants. We do apparently need another tax collector here, and we don't have any additional options, unfortunately. Okay, so what we'd have to do is probably move this guy over here. So I suppose we're going to remove this guy from here so that we'll have an open spot here for this guy. So that should increase our income by a lot, and then we'd move that other character we just took out of there over to here. There we go. So just kind of having to move around our taxpayers, and then that guy just died. He just died. Okay, well he still has, you know, somebody who took over for him, his son here. Though might not have as many titles now. I'm not sure how that worked, because they might have split up that territory. So let me just take a look at our tax jurisdictions. It doesn't say we have anybody who's currently not taxed, so we should be fine. And there's just a bunch of events here. Lost some popular opinion. Yeah, these here with the spreading of the disease. I wonder if there's any way to not be notified about those. Because yeah, I don't really want to be notified about it. It's every time the disease spreads to another location in our territory. It seems like a bit much. And that's the main annoying thing. It's just those popping up all the time. So we got an event here regarding our legend at the service of the lady. It doesn't take long to discover where the music is coming from. As soon as I find Fariburz playfully tuning his lute, leaning on a stone bench. "Ah, my lord," his eyes immediately bright up. "Isn't it true that the reason for your legend was to impress Ballet, our wet nurse in court position?" No, I don't think so. We're gonna say I did it for myself here. But yeah, you can add that to it. Intrigue challenge that we'd probably fail in. Yeah, we'll do this option here. You can also do this, and we'll make our wife and friend our soulmate. No, that wouldn't be a bad option either. This is just prestige. I was thinking to go for it since we're trying to get the fame, but yeah, turning our wife into a soulmate is actually pretty good. So you know what, let's go and do that. Might result in additional children though, so I suppose that'd be one negative. So lots of events with our legend here. Common people, the wonderful tale of a valiant defense continues to spread. More and more folk from all strata of society have begun to weave their own perspective into its rich tapestry. So says Naveed, at least. Lord and lady alike are certain such a tale sets out their undeniable right to rule, he muses. But if you wander into a local tavern, it'll be rife with those who say it's dedicated to the common small folk of the land and their honest, industrious ways. So we can say it is clearly a noble's tale. This is going to increase the prestige per legitimacy level, which we have very high legitimacy level here, almost level 5. So that would get us a lot of extra prestige. You can say, of course, it's about the small folk. That'll increase your control growth, which we do still have some territories where we have not gotten control all the way up, so it would be helpful. Or we say, did you not write down my name enough? And this discount is towards upgrading our legend, and so it'll be upgraded for cheaper. I think we're going to do this one because we're trying to get the higher fame. That's for 15 years. A tearful petition. "Ah, the light shines so pleasantly in the throne room this morning, my lord," my courtier Naveed says, walking around the room. Not sure why Naveed the tax collector is involved in all of these. "It sure reminds me of the day fate decided to start your legend. Do you remember how benevolent you were, attending that peasant's desperate pleas," he says, with an elegant wink. So we can say, "Ah, what a high soul I am." This is a diplomacy challenge. We can add that new chapter. It gets some piety for us. But it would decrease the opinion of the courtly vassals. Or you say, what would that add? And we'll spend some piety. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll do that. Piety is clearly a lie. Okay. So that didn't work out well for us. One of our cousins has been taken prisoner. Some wars that are wrapping up. Looks like he was able to put down that rebellion that he was facing. So we weren't able to like attack him right when he's dealing with a large rebellion. It was like half his territory that rebelled against him. Another event involving Naveed here. Seems like the game just kind of picks one tax collector and then all the events regarding that particular character. But this is our chance to get some money out of Frieden, our uncle who rebelled against us, one of the many rebels who we've got still sitting in prison. And so we can say good work, and Naveed will give us 50 gold, and our uncle will not be happy, but I could care less. He's in prison, so I don't got to worry about him. We could instead give it to the mosque, and then he cannot object. We'll get some Heidi out of that. Heidi's pretty good for us, though. Or instead, we can give it back to him as a gift and get some prestige. We'll still get 25 gold as well. So we're only giving some of it back. He'll still be frustrated. I say let's just keep all the money. Keep it all. It's all ours. We can negotiate some alliances here. Let's go through this event. This is a quick one here. And we'll just let him keep that. So with the alliances here, I know we looked at this one and decided we weren't going to do it. He's not even our direct vassal. But what about these ones here? Okay, so this is our brother-in-law. Yeah, I don't see any reason not to ally with him, so we don't have to worry about him joining rebellions or factions. Who is this character? Okay, married to our aunt. Over here, small, insignificant. We'll ignore that one as well. We can appoint a successor to one of these two. This is our caravan master. Isn't he like really old? Yeah, he's really old. Probably just avoid doing that. Although not having anybody there is not great either. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want him to be the successor. I hate that you can't try and find another successor if you have any options. So even if it's like a terrible option, you can't try and find a better choice. Alright, so this is a trait for our son. And so we can make him honest. And that's this particular one, by the way, because both of these are relatives are. This is our nephew, who has the Hail trait. So the son of our brother, the spy master. And one of our best friends. So yeah, we can give him the honest trait. What does he currently have? He's got diligent, and that's it. That's the only one he's gotten so far. Instead, we can get him the arbitrary, or we can have him be impatient. So he's going down the stewardship route. So honest doesn't impact him that much. Arbitrary would actually reduce his stewardship and increase his intrigue, so probably not the way we want to do that. Same thing with impatience. I don't see how that would be beneficial. I think we should just keep him keep him as honest. And eventually he'll be a vassal for his brother. We did get the next stewardship perk, and our antiquarian has died. Got some prestige here. And a betrothal offer for our niece. No alliances. Oh, because we're already allied with him. He just really wants to be close with us. Yeah, we're going to decline this. Let's go and get this stewardship perk. We're going to do the detailed ledgers. None of these are all that beneficial to us at the moment. You know, we don't have any dread or any stress. We're probably not going to use that option there. Just need to get to the end here to get those other bonuses. So we should have enough money soon to do an event that will get us some fame, some prestige and fame. I got some opinion with that, Amir. As I promenade down the stairs and across the courtyard, I reach one of the corridors from where the servants usually watch the children. But it's not them that I find. Assad's voice reaches me, loud and clear, and I conceal myself among the stone pillars. What has Amir Behrad done anyway? Was there any of us there to see his so-called legend that he so proudly makes us sing now? So this guy's talking smack. He's on our council. So we say you there. It's a diplomacy challenge. 74% chance that he'll apologize, and we'll get a nice bonus here. 25% chance that he'll be offended, and being an honest character would result in us getting stress. Or we say better pretend I heard nothing. Yeah, we'll go with this option here. And we did get that bonus. Alright, so we'll spread even quicker. And we just take a look, see how it's going so far. Alright, it's spread a bit more. So remember, increasing the quality here, we have to have 100 baronies. We currently have 66. So my uncle, Vali Arslan, is my rightful prisoner. Evidently, Anushirvan cannot agree with my vision. We are only weaker to outside threats when we are locked behind our own walls, he protests. Will you not release Arslan then for the good of Kesranid? So we can let him go free, increase in house unity. Obviously we're not going to do that though. Instead we're going to say he is my rightful prisoner, family be damned, and this will decrease house unity. We should be okay though. I'm pretty sure our house unity is pretty high at the moment. Let me just double check on, not just that. I mean, it is pretty good. We have a little bit of room to spare before it goes lower, but also I want to see if there's anything else we want to do here. We could do the encourage economy. We can also do this option. Apparently 2 young men would benefit from this. Cost of piety. Is there any real reason not to do it besides the piety cost? Yeah, sure. Let's do that. So we'll do that, and then we did have a character die that we didn't replace. Our antiquarian. And we don't have anybody else who could do that job. Okay, so that's unfortunate. So our artifacts will decay a little bit faster is the main issue here. I wonder if this guy is finally willing to do something to get out. He's been locked up for 7 years, and he still won't do anything. Could recruit him, but again, we don't even want him. So we'll just keep him in the prison. Our brother was taken prisoner. What happened here? Okay, who took him prisoner? Our other brother. So our brothers are fighting. I see. So some fighting going on there. And I wonder what that is about, because they're no longer at war. If they were in fact at war, there are other ways to imprison people. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. I guess it's not that important. But yeah, we got another event here from the Wards and Wardens DLC pack. And so we'll go with this and just get the piety. So do we want to go ahead and do the activity now? Or maybe wait till we get to the 500s? Yeah, we'll wait till we get to the 500s, a little bit more. So we'll have more options available to us. We do have a decision here we'll have to take a look at. It's another one of these events here. We can say it's good they're spending time together. So this is our heir and his sister. We could instead give him a little bit of stress to increase his learning. I always feel like we should do that, because we are a diligent character as well. It's not a lot of stress that he gains. It'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine, guys. So let's go and take a look at our decisions here, because we can promote Persian scriptures. This might anger our head of faith. We'll gain the Great Translator modifier, increasing our learning per level of devotion. It also helps you when learning languages. Convert faith in county will progress faster in counties with Iranian heritage. And then every Iranian county will have a 33% chance that they get this nice modifier here. We will lose some opinion with some of our vassals. But the biggest issue here is that it's going to cost us 500 gold, and that's not what we want to spend our gold on right now. So we're just going to wait to do it. I'll leave it up here. It's not like we don't have a lot of other notifications up here that I'm ignoring. So this legend event has us questioning whether or not we're worthy of this legend. So we can say, I'm not sure anymore. We'll reflect on this and gain piety, or I think I am, gain prestige and also some stress. And we'll reflect on this. We're going to go with that option. I do think we are worthy. Whatever activity you choose to do, you might want to do something that will reduce the stress, because currently it's getting a bit high. A real hero. The water rises from the depths of the spring, small bubbles break upon the surface. I look down into the blue and see my own reflection. A shadow of doubt behind my eyes. I try to push it back. Amir Bayrod. I turn around to see Beg Bayazid standing right next to me. Please tell me of your legend. I've traveled many days and nights to hear it. So we say, a kindred soul, join me, and then they'll start promoting our legend. Or instead, we could have this character promote our legend. So we'll take a look at those two and see which one's the better option. Instead, we could say, I shall convince my people. We'll get opinion with some of our vassals. Or I must be a hero for myself, and this gets us a modifier that increases stress loss per level of fame and also increases monthly prestige by plus 5%. Oh, that's a modifier to a valiant defense. I assume that's a owner modifier. So it basically will increase the monthly prestige to plus 15% from 10 to 15. Okay, so I mean that would be a pretty solid option as well. So you want to improve your prestige gain, or do you want to help spread it faster? You know, I'm going to do this one, a confident hero. Let me just take a look and see if that's how it in fact did work here. Well, no. It's added over here. I see. I think it's still an owner modifier though. Yeah, we're getting all these additional bonuses as well. So one of our vassals has arrived to pay homage to us. That got us extra 50 gold here. And so yeah, let's go ahead and do an activity now. Remember, we're focusing on prestige, but also some stress loss, because we clearly have a lot of stress at the moment. So what would be the best option as far as activities go? Grand Tour, of course, is really good for the prestige. The Grand Tournament would be great for prestige as well. Might be able to lose stress on that one. Could just do something small, like a hunt, which you can, if we have the hunter trait, which we do, we can lose some stress there and get prestige. Not as much, though. Well, you just don't get as much of it. So it might be better to do the Grand Tournament. Let me just see how much this would cost us. And we'll probably do this in our capital. And it just depends on how many activities we want to add. So we can't do the joust. Our character doesn't have very high prowess, so the wrestling or the duel, we probably wouldn't do well in that if we were trying to compete. The horse race, yeah, I don't think we're going to do great in that one either. We could do pretty good with the board game because of the wit here. Yeah, our diplomacy and our learning are pretty good. The recital, we could do well in that too. Our aptitude for the bow one is non-existent. I thought Hunter gave you a little bit of bonus there. We could try. I've had some pretty crappy characters win the archery contest. Maybe that in the board game. We start with the board game. Remember, we have additional costs too, so if you add too many things in here, we won't be able to afford it. So could do 3 of them, because this one's not too expensive. Yeah, we could try doing 3. Let me see how much this would cost. So the accommodations, I see no reason to spend any more money than necessary in this, because you always get that one negative event, even when you do the luxurious encampments. So we're just going to do the ramshackle tents and save money there. But yeah, if we want some decent prizes, we're going to have to cut down on the number of activities that we're currently doing. So let's go ahead. We go back. Here we go. Change contest. Go ahead and take one of these off. Could take the archery one off and just do the board game and the recital. Kind of fits, I suppose, for our country, since we're focused on learning, diplomacy, and stuff like that. But even then, it's probably going to be too expensive with just the fine prizes. Could just do one activity, just the board game. That also keeps it shorter. So could do that, and then you can have a better prize and really focus. Well, maybe not. We don't quite have enough. You need 870. Okay, so you'd have to do just the fine prizes. Okay, well, it's better than only having the decent prizes. So I think that's what we're going to do. These are just so expensive. Yeah, we can still get a lot of prestige even just having this board game. And so we'll do that. It's going to cost us a lot, 600 total. But there's a fine prize, so hopefully you can win it. Could appoint a champion as well, just to try and make sure that we win. We want somebody with high diplomacy and learning. So he's alright, because his diplomacy is low, but his learning is very high. Honestly, the court tutor is probably the best option here. Okay, so yeah, we'll go ahead and select him. I don't really see any penalty to having a champion. Doesn't mean you have to let him win. Just a chance that you might be more successful. Even if you lose, somebody else could win for you. Our objective will be the triumph, though. Hopefully we'll win this. Yeah, pretty expensive for just a board game. We are on track to qualify. We knew we were going to do pretty good with the qualification. Yeah, we have 18, we need 10. All right, excellent. So a big part of that is just how high that wit is. All right, so the first event we'll be able to do is 21 days. Let's just turn the speed down just a little bit so I don't blow away past it. So that we can do the event immediately. And we need one more day. There we go. I suppose we'll do this option here. I'm not sure what you'd be doing there when it comes to, a board game. So, eager to prove himself, my caravan master has declared a passage of arms blocking the main route into Shirvan. He's accompanied by my fellow attendee and an assemblage of minor Georgian nobles with something to prove. I'm told they have declared an oath to break 300 lances before they will consider their quest complete. Very strange since this is a board game. We can say good luck to them, or we can stop them. Yeah, I guess we'll do that option. Alright, so clearly not the most useful activity here for us to do. And our son has finished a lesson on the management of the treasury and the gold. And this will allow him to become callous or greedy. Alright, well, he's going with the intrigue education. And so callous would be pretty solid for him to do. He's currently already arbitrary. Oh, he's going to be a terrible character. Yeah, let's make him callous. So he's arbitrary and callous. Great guy. Valette busily jots down my words as I dictate them. I must be careful with my choices. Avlor, my neighboring ruler, could well be swayed to support my cause in spreading the word of a valiant defense, but the wrong phrasing may come off conceited, perhaps. I pause. She does too, patiently waiting. What would he want to hear? So we say perhaps a subtle threat. This is a martial prowess challenge. Not a good chance of succeeding here. Surely an appeal to neighborly friendship will work. This is a diplomacy challenge, much higher chance of success. So we'll go with that option. And unfortunately, we failed, despite that pretty good chance of success there. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the next activity here. Again, I don't know what you do for board games. I guess go to the tent camp. Seems like a lot of these events don't work as well when it comes to board games. The whole tournament thing is more geared towards the martial skills. A small crowd has gathered around a passionate orating Shabnam. They seem to be listening intently. Personal glory is one thing, but true glory lies elsewhere. She gently bites her lip. Your family is your strength. Without them, you are nothing. This reminds me of when I gave birth to my first child, Afsana, a beautiful girl. Almost half an hour passes, but it feels like mere seconds. She sure knows how to spin a tale. So we say this will help me in the upcoming contest. So we'll increase our score moderately. I think I've learned something from this. 85% chance we'll get 100 diplomacy lifestyle experience. 15% chance we'll just increase our diplomacy. Oh, that's probably better than 100 diplomacy lifestyle. We'll go with this option. It's probably better for us. We're also getting all the money from the entry fee, so we're going to earn back some of the money that we lost by doing this. Also get prestige. That's kind of the key here, is getting that prestige from any dukes or kings that might arrive to participate. I suppose we'll do the artisan quarters next. I don't think many of these are going to help us, but yeah, they might. We saw that last one gave us a little bit higher bonus here. So we find that same woman, Shabnam, cutting a piece of cloth. A couple of tables have been disposed to display her work. Stockings and head coverings, hoods and sleeves. Opposite, a hearth lightly burns. Are you looking for something to adorn your attire, my lord? I can see that you've also brought certain artifacts from the capital. If I may, I've always wanted to examine the Baku master's work. So we can say, actually, my brilliant gemstone could use some decoration. And we'll change it so that it gets a decorative ribbon. Increase prestige. Could instead say, could I buy that bright feather? Gives us attraction opinion and courtly vassal opinion increase. Say, some banners will encourage the audience to cheer for me. This will increase our score slightly. Or just tell her to keep up the good work and gain some prestige. Yeah, let's go with this option. Although it didn't actually increase the qualification at all. Should increase our score once we are able to see that. More dukes arriving, getting us additional prestige. I don't know if this will be enough. We'll have to see to get us up to illustrious. We did qualify, so that's more prestige. Our knight qualified too. Our champion did not, unfortunately. Not everybody can make it. That gets us the Has the Looter trait. So a nice little opinion bonus for anybody else who has that. Alright, so the contest is going to begin. And we probably won't read through all these because we've already done this several times. Both board games and pretty much all the activities. I don't think there's too many of them that we haven't done. And they kind of get repetitive after you've done them enough times. And there's a lot to them. I got more prestige there. They take a while to go through all of them. And yeah, a lot of times you'll see the same event fire over and over again within that particular activity. So it's kind of I don't know. I feel like they're still a good design. I like what they did here, but you know, after we've done several campaigns since they've added this, I feel like we don't need to go through them all again. So yeah, we could do sabotage here, and of course we're not going to do that as an honest character probably, even though it's not a role play, so we could. Yeah, let's just let's win on our own skills. I think it's a better way to go. So our opponent here, who's one of our vassals and knights, is very upset that we're winning. And so he throws all the pieces everywhere. And Zubi, as I picked him up, I need to make my last move. And we'll knock him out. He'll lose prestige. We can instead say such unsporting behavior is unacceptable, so we just disqualify him completely. Instead say, come, let's go back a few moves. Have a chance we might lose it, but it does say increase your score slightly. We'll gain some stress as well. He'll be very grateful though. Or instead say, you know, you could have just conceded and we'll spend some of our prestige. Well, I like the idea of increasing our score slightly. Would we do that? Probably. Kind of a good guy, I suppose. Yeah, let's do that, although I don't really want more stress. So out of these four options, the safest choice would be to do the Learning Diplomacy challenge here. 53% chance that will increase our score moderately. So let's go with that option. So it looks like we did win. Of course, this is just the first match. So we achieved victory, knocked him out. And I feel like we did it very honorably as well. Here's a bout between our brother, so he's competing as well. Our spy master has been decided. And it looks like Manu is the one to succeed against our other brother, the Chancellor. Okay, so they end up going against each other, two brothers. Can you imagine if we got to go against our brother, the spy master, and our good friend here in this board game match? So our wife is also competing. Okay, interesting. And this is with, isn't this that ruler who I want to conquer? I feel like it is. Might be mistaken. Oh, it says he's there. Yeah, this is his territory here. I wasn't sure because I didn't recognize the coat of arms. But yeah, that is the ruler who we want to conquer. Let's see what's all been happening over here. I do have a Thieves Guild, unfortunately. And a new legend promoter has joined. All right, excellent. So I've been in here to see how much success we're having. Remember last time we looked, it was 66 is how many we had. Now we have 76. So we have 10 additional barons that have been added there. I suppose I should say baronies. Alright, so this is their match. And it looks like our wife was successful. So we could end up facing our wife at the end as well. We got a lot of people that we know that are potential competitors against us. Alright, so the quarterfinals are over. So now our next match is going to be against this Marshal here. We can do this. Alright, so it looks like it's going poorly for him, but he seems to be cheating. So we can call him out. This is a Diplomacy Stewardship Challenge, so we have a 97% chance that the judge will believe us. But instead try and make our moves unpredictable. This is an Intrigue Challenge, not a good chance of success. Or do the Learning Challenge, and I'll just focus on the game. So this will decrease his score, while this one increases ours. Much better chance here. I feel like as an honest character, though, we would tell the judge. Which he did believe us. We had a very good chance of that. Alright, so another opportunity for us to increase our score using our skills, and I think we should go with the same one. That is the best choice, guys. Just regarding our particular skills. I didn't see what the progress to victory was at the time, but hopefully got another win here. Oh, it looks like we lost. But he cheated. Wow. I feel like, I know this is tyrannical, but I feel like this is the right choice. We know he cheated. And we're honest. Yeah, I'm doing this. He cheated. He should already be disqualified. The moment he was caught cheating, he shouldn't have just reduced his score. He should have been knocked out. That's what I think. So let's get him out of here. I know we'll spend prestige and get some penalties and stuff. So this is between our brother and our wife. They had to compete against each other. And so our brother did win. So our wife is out now. Alright, so the semifinals are over. That means for the finale, we do have to go against our brother Manu, the Spy Master. We could have him concede, but no, we're not going to do that. This is going to be a fair match here. Hopefully nobody will cheat, although he is a Spy Master. With, I mean, he's not really focused on that, though. He's a mastermind philosopher with very high learning. You know what? He's probably going to destroy us in this match, guys. So we can try and cheat. Intrigue Challenge, switch around some pieces. We're not going to do that. We're going to say I won't dishonor myself by cheating. We'll get prestige. We'll lose stress because we're honest. And this will decrease our score slightly. We're at 62% chance of victory as of right now. So we'll just go with the same option we've been going with, guys. I think we did lose the match. That's the way it appears. As even sitting at 0% right now. And yeah, we did lose. So I'm going to say confounded, he won. It's unfortunate we weren't able to get the victory, but I'm proud of my brother either way. He did a good job. So he's going to get the Grand Master bonus. He had extremely high learning, so it's really not surprising that he won this. And we'll get the tabletop player. Still going to increase our learning. So we're close. We got prestige. We earned money as well, but we spent money, so... Change the chapter of the Valiant Defense here. Let's see what happened there. So what did he get? Let's just take a look here. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's really helpful to get. A prize scepter. Okay. So we have to decide if we want to say a few words since we're the host. A 60% chance that we'll get some extra prestige here. Yeah, why not? And nobody pays much heed. Nobody cared. Okay. Alright, so, you know, it didn't go quite the way we wanted. We didn't win. Was it worth it? Given all the money that we spent, you know, we earned money from it, so you do have to consider that. So we got back some of the 600. I think that's what we spent, somewhere around there. We got back some of that. We did get some prestige. We got quite a bit of it. Probably worth it, since that's the main reason why I was doing it. And we also lost all the stress. So I feel like, despite the fact that we didn't succeed in the tournament, we succeeded in our objectives to get more fame and to lose our stress. So, yeah, I guess it was worth it. Because we did get a lot of fame from that, guys. Quite a bit. Or at least our fame is much higher than it was. So, get much closer to the illustrious so that we can do this war here. Alright, so we can sponsor somebody, a metalsmith, who wants to forge a goblet. Very competent in her craft, so not the highest level of competency. But we haven't done much of this, so yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Might be worth it. And it's only 50 gold plus whatever other gold we might have to do. So this is the betrothal offer for our niece. Who is this Khan over here? Alright, he's not very significant. So we're going to decline that. Yeah, this pox just keeps spreading. Is it in our capital yet? Let's take a look. I'm actually seeing it. It's down here. It's way over here. It's named after us as well. Nice. You know, it's nowhere near us. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't spread all the way over here. I just hit all the notifications that they give you. So this is concerning our son. In the distance, I hear my son Esfandier. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. Clearly, I didn't name him that. I wouldn't have picked a name I have no idea how you're supposed to pronounce it. But he's laughing at play with his fellows. He says, I am Amir Beyrad of Kesranid. I'm the hero. He's reenacting a valiant defense for his adoring peers. The children all look upon him with wonder and adoration, captivated by the tale. My heart soars to hear those legendary names and places passing the lips of the next generation with such vigor and enthusiasm. Though one day all of us will turn to dust, the legend will never die. So we can leave him to it, or say I should offer my own recitation. We could become a friend with him, and it looks like he'll increase his martial skill. I feel like we just leave him to it. Let him have fun. Don't gotta get involved there. He's telling a good story anyways. So you send a child to university with a caliph. Okay, that's interesting. So I'd want to do our heir. However, one issue is he doesn't have his last trait. So I'd like to have some opinion on that. Although, I mean, you can see we're doing a great job raising him so far. As the arbitrary callous character. Again, it's going to be interesting playing as him, but yeah, I'm not sure if we should do this or not. Because I would like to increase his education ability. I don't even know what it's going to be in the first place, though. Also, we got a bunch of neighbors that can be vassalized, so I need to take a look at that. Now, you don't have to send him. You could always send another character, which just makes the most sense to send our heir. Whatever. We could have the last trait be random. Although, I do need to take a look at what his skills are. Because remember, he's going down the intrigue education, which we ourselves are not great at, but we do have very good learning, which that impacts it as well. Not as much as the intrigue will. His intrigue is fantastic, and his learning is pretty decent too, so he's, in fact, a better option. So let's go ahead and do that. Though, we can't, because it costs $14.25. Why are you even telling me about this if I can't do it? Okay, never mind. It does have a little alert here to tell us that we do not have the gold to pay for it. It is incredibly expensive. Okay, that's fine. We'll just keep him with us then. So with the neighbors that can be vassalized, let's just take a look now. We know that he's probably going to be one of them. And we don't want to vassalize him. What about this character here? I don't see any reason not to, besides the fact that he does have a lot of territory. But I think we should vassalize him. So let's go ahead and send that off. We don't have to give him the religious exemption either. And then this character was involved in one of our recent events. Can't give him no exemption, but yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't let him join our empire. Of course, we don't want to send the offer off to him, since we'll be attacking him very soon. Got this character. He's brave, apparently. Got a couple titles. And we'll go and send it off to him. Next, we have this character. Also just a couple titles. They're all up on the borders here. I have to give them all religious exemption. This character's way down here. He's got a bit more territory. Yeah, we'll go ahead and send off the offer to him as well. Now, a lot of these characters are pretty powerful. And this has given us control of large chunks of Persia now. Okay. So that's nice. So we're really building our empire mostly from just using this action to offer vassalage. So we'll send that off, and now it's just that one character, which we're not going to send it to. So they'll all accept it, increasing the size of our realm significantly. So we're now getting all these additional vassals that we need to assign to tax jurisdictions, but of course we don't have another tax collector, so that's causing some problems here. And so we're going to need to do the decision to search for tax collectors. Up to 3 characters of various skill will join our court. This is 125 gold and also costs some piety. Yeah, should give us some better options, or just any options I should say. So we'll go ahead and appoint this character that we just got, which is him. So I just wanted to take some out of this this tax jurisdiction, move him down to here, just move him around. So I've already done that. Let's make that a little bit better. Though I might have wanted to wait because there's actually more people we can vassalize here. Yeah, we got another character here. It's willing to accept vassalization. Got an impaler over here. So they're now on our borders. He accepts no religious exemption. And this character would not. So we'll just go with the religious exemption. All right, excellent. So you see our empire is further expanding. And so we'll have to add them to our tax jurisdictions as well. Because again, they just keep adding them. This is the problem. They keep adding them to this one here. I wish you could like set it. Yeah, I just hate how this is. Yeah. I guess you could do it this way. Turn it off so they don't automatically assign them. But I wish you could like set it so they don't assign them to a specific location, like to a specific jurisdiction. Because you don't want any more being assigned here. Because it's hitting our prestige gain. And so we need to keep like taking them out. Which again, it's just kind of a pain here. So we're going to remove these 3. That currently leaves us with 7. That's fine for now. And then what we'll want to do is just assign those 3. If we can assign anybody here, we will. And the new ones, if they have the right religion. Looks like just one of them. And then the rest would be going here to this basic one. This gets us a little bit of money, but you gotta have them assigned or you're not getting anything from them. Alright, so that looks pretty good. So yeah, we're almost to the illustrious. Not making a lot of progress because we have like so many different things happening. Our son did become a novice physician. Oh, well, that's interesting. So we got that increased learning. Alright, so we can add that motto onto our item, which will give us some renown, so that's pretty helpful, and I think we will do that. You always want to get renown when you can, since it's one of the more rare resources. You know, money, prestige, piety, those are all pretty plentiful. Alright, so we've already seen this event today, actually. We're going to do the same option. I think it's for our other uncle, though. But he's a rightful prisoner. We will not let him out. So a guild of stonemasons has established itself in one of our counties. Having dedicated craftsmen in my personal service would help the region flourish. And so we can strike a deal with them. It's a stewardship challenge with a 59% chance we get a great deal, increasing our prestige and giving us this nice modifier, also increasing control. 40% chance we get a fair deal. It'll cost us 275, which we don't really have. 0% chance of an unfortunate deal, which would be extremely expensive. Could instead do this option here. So that's giving it to this character, our brother-in-law and steward. Or say, why would I need their help when I have serfs? Yeah, we'll go with this option, just hope we get something good here. It didn't show us what we got there. And, you know, this is an event we've seen before, where we can increase the artifact's quality. So yeah, we're gonna go with that option. Let's try and get a higher quality item. And we did get the arch saddle. Alright, excellent. Alright, so they're gonna show us what we get from that one event in another event. And so we did get the cooperative stonemasons. Control has been increased. And yeah, it looks like we got the best result there. Do have an upset baron though. Alright, so we need to get a new innovation going. I think we have everything here. And we don't have horseshoes. That's going to be gained in just 9 months. So no reason to go for that. I could go for the chronicle writing. So you can press several of your claims in a single war. I'll also go with one of the newer options here. I think we will go ahead and complete this one. The chronicle writing. It takes us 18 years to do. But I think it'll be quicker to do that than one of these ones here. So we got that, and it's helpful too. Be able to push for multiple claims in a war. So we do have a feast that we're being invited to. Who's the character? There's one of our vassals. I don't know if there's any real reason to go to that because we don't need to lose stress at the moment. And it'd be a trip that we'd have to do. I think we're just not going to go to that. I don't see a real benefit in this particular case. We can usurp this title here if we had the money that this particular character has. So yeah, could usurp that. We do have another vassal that we can perhaps get right on our borders here. No religious exemption. Alright, so yeah, we'll go ahead and offer her to become part of our empire. And so again, do need to add these in, but you know what's nice because you get the notification as well. So there's an additional benefit. I didn't see if she was of our religion. I assumed, well, she actually is. So that means we could go ahead and add her in here then. There you go, beautiful. So remember, with each one of those that we add, we'll get higher monthly income while at war. And so that's gonna be really helpful because we're almost at illustrious, guys. Almost there. We also just got the stewardship perk. So let's go with we'll do the fearful troops, I suppose. Just kind of get these things knocked out here. And so we have somebody else we can send the vassal offer to. This one's a lot more powerful. I think that would be a mistake. Yeah, I don't think we should offer it to them. They have far too much territory over here, guys. I know it greatly expands the realm that we own, but this got to be a problem. And we don't want extremely powerful vassals like that. Not that powerful anyways. That's just too much. And there we go. We got the illustrious. She is no longer our wet nurse because she's 46. And she can't provide us that service anymore. We just might want to find somebody else to take her place. We got an average character. Our wife can be the wet nurse. Well, that's interesting. It's kind of weird, but yeah, sure. I mean, it's not weird to be your own wet nurse, but that means she'd be the wet nurse for any other children too. So that's where it's kind of weird, since the fact she's our wife here. All right, so that means we can now declare war. Is that this character here? I could see accepting him as a vassal. Let's just let him accept that. And then we're going to want to go ahead and declare war on this character finally. This will be the last thing we do in today's episode. We won't actually be able to do the war. And I know this is a lot more territory, but we're going to do this one, guys. Simply because it looks a lot better. Now, maybe he would accept being our vassal. I guess you kind of need both of them, don't you? Yeah, maybe it'd be better to go after this one. Since at this point we surround both of the territory. The reason why I wanted this one originally first was because that's the one that was sticking into our empire, into our kingdom. But now the whole thing is a problem because we completely surrounded almost. So yeah, I suppose it does make sense to go after the larger duchy in this case, because he might accept vassalage even after we conquer him, because he's already willing to accept it at the moment. So yeah, let's go after this location here. It's going to cost us 936 piety. Let's go and declare war. Turn this down and speed, and then that'll be the first thing we do in the beginning of the next episode. I want to get all this territory conquered. And might even be able to get him as a vassal and then kind of just fix this little issue here. And you see there's still a lot of other rulers around here that have not accepted becoming our vassal just yet. But yeah, we have definitely increased the size of our realm significantly. Far more powerful than we once were. We're earning a lot of money too. And should be earning quite a bit more with the Ghazi status, plus 11% right now. So that's pretty helpful. I don't know if we'll need to call in any allies. Let me just take a look how many troops he has. He's 3,300, but he does have allies of his own. 686, 1,200. Honestly, we could probably win this by ourselves with our 10,000 troops. So I don't think we need to spend prestige to pull in any allies, but we could because we have an abundance of prestige at the moment. So we could spend it just to get the war done a little bit quicker. It'd be an option. I'll take a look at that next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I hope to see you on the next one. And thanks for watching.